So during the second week, we were talking about creating web pages, and like the first week, you created a very basic page. In week 2, we're getting a little bit more involved, and we're adding doc type, we're adding div elements, we're adding paragraph elements, and I still want to review the basics of a web page and just go over really quick. On a Mac, this is the Mac interface right here. Under Applications, you're going to see Text Edit. That's the simple text editor for the Macintosh. You would open up a document, and basically all you have to do is type HTML, head, title, close the head section, open up a body section, and this would be a body element right here, and you just have a paragraph here, and I have some text here, period. So this page should display some text here. The trick is to get into Text Edit, and under Preferences you would want to uncheck right here. You would want to check off plain text, uncheck all these because you really don't need that. Check as you're going is fine, showing the ruler is fine, copying and paste is fine, and the open it and save, what you want to do is don't have add txt extension at the end, so you want to have that unchecked, and you have these unchecked as well, and you can preserve the white space if you want. When you do that and you save the document, when you double click it, it should open up in the browser and it should see what you typed in for the paragraph. If you did it incorrectly, if you didn't have that stuff checked off, here's another one for a sample. When you open it up in the browser, you're going to see the HTML coding. So you know that you did it incorrectly when you see that. This is on the Mac side. Going on the PC side, let's slide that out of the way for now. Here's a notepad document. Basically we can do the same thing. We can have the regular text in here. So we can start off with HTML, and we start off with head. Actually, I'm just going to end this right here to start the body. I'm not going to have a title in here. Just going to put text. I'm going to end the text paragraph right there, and we're going to end the body element, and we're going to close the HTML. And this is one thing I wanted to explain as well. So we have an opening HTML element here, we have a closing element here. Everything else is nested in between. We have an opening head and a closing head. We have an opening body and a closing body. So this is considered the body element, and inside the body element is our paragraph. We have our head element here, and inside the head element would be the text, would be the title rather, would be the CSS definitions if we had those, would be any meta tags that you have, and this is a completed HTML page. If I were to save this, I don't want to have the txt extension. Okay, I just want to save it as actually I could type it test.html. So again, you type the HTML extension just like you would on the Mac. You would have that. You would type that extension, and I'm going to save this to my desktop, and slide this over here, and this is the document that opened up. If I double click it, it would open up in the browser. You would see the word text, and you know that that worked correctly. So that's how you create the text. Now the text files. That's a very basic element. We also talked about doc type, and basically I have a sample document already done. I'm just going to paste that in here. This is an example of a doc type that tells the browser what type of document it is, whether it's HTML or XHTML, which is the new standard. It's a more stricter code set that makes sure that in the browser everything is displayed from what you see to another browser, another person's computer, and so forth. This is a transitional document, so it gives you a little bit more leeway. You can make a couple of you don't have to be as strict with the code. You can be you could use, let's say, for example, a bold tag, which is on its way out, but you can still use it in this transitional doc type element. It would show up in the browser. On both browsers, it may display slightly different. The other, so inside my body, I would have all my content here. So this is the basic setup. I have a doc type here, including, and then I have the opening HTML. This right here refers to the W3.org, which is a governing website that sets the standard for web pages. So what this is telling it is go to that website and check out the doc type that we indicated here and use that code set. And then I have a meta tag element, and that just tells the browser what character set to use. And UTF-8 is one of the standard standard character sets. And then we have a title of the document, and we're closing it, the head section. We're opening up a body section. This is where your content would be, and then we finally close the HTML. So here's a sample of a transitional doc type. If we were to change that to strict, that would be a strict doc type. And again, that would tell the browser to make sure that all the commands are current tags according to the W3.org. So you have to make sure that everything that every command and every tag that you type in is appropriate for current web standards. So those are our two different, those are basically the two doc types that we're going to be dealing with, either transitional or strict. And it's always XHTML because that's what we're dealing with in this course. So that's how you create, that's where you create a doc type and position it. This is what a basic file looks like. We reviewed how to do it on a PC, how to do it on a Mac using TextEdit or Notepad. And I'm going to stop this right now, and I'm going to go on in the next segment to explain a little bit more about divisions and how you separate elements.